Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome back to another MXGP3 career mode video. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, but wanted to get back into it because, well, it's been a long time. I mean, I played this game quite a bit when it first came out, and then it just kind of trailed off, so been seeing a lot of the new Monster Energy Supercross gameplay stuff, and while it's, not necessarily all there gameplay wise yet, and we don't know exactly what it's going to be like, it has gotten me kind of a little bit more excited to play MXGP3 again because it's built off of a very similar engine. Obviously it's the same company making the game, so kind of wanted to play this game again, have a little bit of fun, and see what kind of fun I could have playing this game again, I guess. I don't know. So we're still in the MX2 championship. I signed with Suzuki 2 videos ago, I think it was, and so I've been just kind of chugging along there, trying to do the best I can in the World Championship. I'm obviously leading the World Championship, hence the red plate. Oop. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take it to these guys today. I have not ridden this track in this game once. This is the Swiss GP track. It's like Frauenloy or something like that. I don't remember the exact name of it. But it was a new track this year that was kind of built on like a, I mean, it's all pretty man-made. I think it was built on like a, just like a hillside somewhere. And yeah, I have no idea what it's like. I have no idea really what I'm doing. I keep crashing, which is a little frustrating, but I'm gonna try to take it to these guys. Still just this the most frustrating thing, I guess, with this game is just that general like feeling that you're kind of floating everywhere, like you're just going a little bit faster than you probably should be in a lot of sections, and then like you can get settled into corners pretty well, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel completely right yet. It's getting there, but you definitely need a little bit more control of the bike than what you already have, which is pretty limited. And then I feel like the gameplay itself just needs to be a little bit more fluid. Oh my gosh, I almost sent that triple into that corner and landed on Thomas Covington. Oh, and then almost looped out mid straightaway. And so I like that they used the Unreal 4 engine, and graphically this game looks really good, right? Like still images of it and everything are fantastic, but it doesn't feel like it's necessarily a ton better than MXGP2, just because like it's almost too much. Like they almost like kind of like oversaturized. Like the track is really shiny in a lot of locations, which is just, unless it's raining, kind of flat out untrue about most motocross tracks. So, I don't know. Just a couple nitpicky things here. Otherwise, it's kind of fun to be playing this game again. And it's really fun to be just really easily passing people and not struggling while playing this game. And I feel like this game gets kind of a bad flack for the sounds, because I don't really know why. I guess people think it should be closer, but I feel like these 250F sounds are not all that bad. I mean, they have a pretty good kind of like rev limiter to them. Guess Jeffrey Hurlings is my rival in this race because he is marked in red. Can't quite get the bike turned. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this new Monster Energy Supercross game. Obviously, we're still pretty much a month away from it being released in February, but obviously I will get it and play it. But in general, finally, racing season is back. New year upon us, 2018 is here, and yeah, we're going to have Supercross coming up this weekend. I am going to Anaheim 1, so any of you watching this video and are going to Anaheim 1 as well, maybe you'll see me there. Or maybe you won't. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the race. I know I will be. Oh, this is a good battle between all these guys. I still feel like you can go just a little bit harder than the AI in like every corner, and that's what really kind of makes a difference when racing them. If they had a little bit better corner speed, I feel like it would be a bit more of a challenge, but I guess they just decided to program it that way. Yeah, Anaheim won. Good times coming up. Excited, like I said, season get back underway and kind of get into the swing of racing. I'm going to save my predictions for what's going to happen at Anaheim 1, in my opinion at least, for an upcoming video that I'm going to do probably an MX Simulator of the Anaheim 1 track in MX Simulator. So you guys can just casually wait for that. But, you know, in regards to the season coming up and all the games coming out that are coming out, I mean, we're supposed to hear some sort of huge announcement from THQ Nordic about MX vs. ATV this Friday. Personally speaking, I know a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes there, but I don't know what this is, or what any of this is about. I could assume maybe that it's going to be the release date officially, because they haven't given an official release date. So that would be maybe my guess, is that they're going to actually finally say, yeah, the game's coming out this day or whatever. But I really don't know. And I don't know if you could classify that as like a huge groundbreaking announcement for them. But I don't know, maybe it's something even bigger. Maybe they partnered with Pro Motocross and they're going to bring all 12 rounds of the National Series or something. I really don't know. Which would be fascinating, because then that means we have two different game developers. You know, this is hypothetical, of course, but two different game developers producing the two largest USA-based motocross series. So technically, two game developers producing two of the largest disciplines in motocross. And even including MXGP, we'd have a different developer for MXGP and American motocross. So that'd be kind of cool, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. I'm just speculating. And they keep posting pictures of national tracks, which I know that their main focus with the game was supposed to be open worlds, so large open world maps that you can explore and stuff like that. So obviously a lot of things are going to be outdoors. They're not going to do the Supercross stuff as much. But yeah, I guess we'll see with that. In regards to the Monster Energy Supercross game and its relation to Milestone and all that stuff coming up, really no like huge news has changed or come out or anything recently about the game. Just like a couple general updates. They have a new gameplay video that came out 6-7 days ago now of Cooper Webb on San Diego, which looks all right. I don't like how they built the rhythm sections in that game. Maybe it's just like a easy version of the track, and they're gonna actually have like the hard version with the gnarlier rhythm sections on some sort of like pro version of the game. I don't really know, but rhythm sections don't look good. The rest of it looks cool, and I feel like the physics are kind of getting there, at least from a ground standpoint. It looks like you can kind of swing the rear end into the corners and, you know, do brake slides and stuff like that, which you can slide into corners in this game, but you can't really do like a good brake slide. So maybe they've added that into the Supercross game, because it's kind of a part of Supercross. Like, you know, you go watch Ryan Villopoto ride the last 4 years of his career when he was winning all the championships, and everybody talks about his rear entries in the corners. Like, he really perfected sliding the rear end halfway into the corner and then dumping the clutch right when he got to the rear end, right when he got the rear end to where he wanted it. Technique that I feel like bit him a little bit later in his career, but that'd be cool if that's a technique that you can use in the new Supercross game. But anyway, like not a lot of huge updates. I'm kind of waiting to see more about this track editor that they say that they're gonna have, because it says on the website like information coming soon or whatever, but it's not out yet, so we don't know anything about it, other than that it's supposedly gonna happen. But, you know, same usual spiel, all 17 rounds, I think. I think it's, I read somewhere that Daytona's included. And then Eli Tomac is not going to be in the game, supposedly. Neither will Josh Grant, so neither of the Monster Energy Kawasaki guys. Which I don't really understand that. Like, I feel like, just like MXGP the game, you buy a license of the series, and the series owns kind of the rights to the riders in a sense, because they're like signing away their rights to sign up for an FIM licensed event. But maybe I'm wrong, and the riders really do get a choice, because before, when there wasn't officially licensed games, developers a la like Alive in 2009, when James Stewart ended up on the cover, that was because they had to pay, and I know for a fact, a lot of money to get him to be a part of the game. And you know, I've heard that Stewart was pretty pumped on being a part of the game, but they had to pay a lot of money to get him to do it. So if you have the license to the series, I'd assume you'd have the license to the riders the exact same way that they have in the MXGP series, but maybe Feld's license agreement with the FIM and the riders is different. I honestly don't know, but I mean, that's just, I'm kind of speculating, guessing why Tomac wouldn't be in the game, because it sounds like it was a money thing, that he wasn't going to get paid enough to be in the game, so he just said no. Which, you know, make of that whatever you want. This was Frauenfeld Gaknang. Guess how badly I butchered that name. And I would like to make a slight correction on what I said earlier in the video, that you will not... sorry, my dog is coughing up a storm in the background. You will not see shininess all over a track like regularly in real life. Well, technically the track was, I guess, soaked in rain before that race, so because my rain ability was going up, so I'd assume that that was why it was all wet. Anywho, oh, this track is actually covered in rain. This is Assen. This is the Dutch Grand Prix in the Netherlands. I'm gonna try to get a good start for once. Got a pretty good jump, but man, these guys just blow me out of the water coming into the first corner. Go on board for a bit here while I'm in the pack and things are interesting. This game is, God, it's fabulous in first person. It looks really good. It looks pretty realistic from a first person's perspective. And unlike Sim, I don't get dizzy while playing it. Going after Paturel for the lead. Oh man, he just came to a complete stop right there. Oh, got me back a little bit there, but I have taken the lead. I don't think I've actually played this track in this game yet. Played it in MXGP2, so that's why I never really played it in this game yet, because I kind of knew what it looked like already, but a little bit of different changes than the MXGP2 version. I feel like this section over here is a little bit different. This little roller in the back definitely wasn't in the MXGP2 version. And then this whole corner is like more of a sweeper, whereas before it was like a double apex right-hander in MXGP2. And that is a lap at the Dutch Grand Prix. So that was... Oh no, wait, I haven't reached the finish line yet. That used to be the finish line. That's right. Now the finish line is right down the main straightaway right in front of the grandstands, which makes sense. Put it right in front of all the crowd. And the bike sounds do sound good, but in first person I feel like the bike is making some really awkward bogging noises. Don't mind me just riding off the side of the track, and I'm down. Wow, I didn't think Patro was still that close. I can barely hear these guys coming from behind. And that section's fun. flowing together lines and whatnot. Wringing the neck out of this 250F, bro. Taking a look around. Lap time's right about the 125-ish range by the looks of it. These are fast lap times for this track. I don't feel like I remember this track being this short. Then again, it's not really sucking me in like sand would, even though it's raining. This is still a sand track, and usually rain makes sand like deeper and gnarlier, but in this case I feel like I'm kind of riding on dirt. So I guess they could fix some traction issues with this game, if anything. Curious to know if that'll be kind of noticeable in Supercross game when there's sections on the track that go from sand to dirt, as are on some Supercross tracks in real life. Like the Atlanta round last year, for example, there's a sand section after a wall jump. Like, will you notice it when you go over the wall and land in the sand, that it bogs you down a little bit more because it's not dirt? Just little subtle things like that. Hopefully the customization is a little bit better as well. A lot of complaints in this game about not being able to edit the size of your number fonts on not only your jersey, but the bike as well. And Milestone claims to have fixed that for this new Supercross game, which remains to be seen. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but if we want to believe them, that they're not lying to us, then that's what they say, that you have multiple options for number fonts and lettering and stuff like that, and that you can adjust the size of them, is what they say. So maybe it's true. Give them the benefit of the doubt, I say. So on to race 2 in Assen. 2 GPs on the docket as usual for today's video. Just kind of the standard progression because it produces roughly about a 25-minute video. It's pretty nice, I feel like. Just missed it. It'd be fascinating if when you did that, you could actually stall the bike instead of it just kind of like dying and then just automatically going again. This is going to be fun, working my way through the pack a little bit in first person, taking some different lines, trying some different stuff out, turning Petar Petrov backwards. And finish line, whoa, Tomkov getting saucy. Slid out the front end in that corner, and I lost all the momentum I had going in. Jeez, carrying a lot of speed through there. Didn't think I was going to make that corner. All right. Up into second, going after Pat Terrell. Can I get him for the lead before the end of the lap? That was easier than I thought. I thought I'd carry more momentum around the outside. Trying to figure out what button is my clutch and why I can't use it in the corners. I really thought it was my left bumper, but maybe that's my front brake? I don't know. Anyway, I'm done trying to figure out what button is my clutch. I was really focusing on that for a second. I guess I'll look at the end of the video and figure it out. Because I'm going through all these corners and I'm like shifting down, and like I was just thinking about how I'm shifting down like a gear lower than I probably would, so like if I was actually this fast in real life, and then using the clutch to kind of feather it out down the straightaway a little bit, get the right amount of power out of the corner. And I was wondering why I wasn't trying to use the clutch, but then I tried to use the clutch and it didn't work, so gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong there. That's one thing that no MX game I've played before, including MX bikes even, which is a very difficult simulator, has replicated well enough to do consistently, I feel. And that's like feathering the clutch out in a corner, which is a very like common part of racing and riding dirt bikes. Like, not only do you have to know how to get the bike rolling by feathering the clutch out and not just dumping it, because then the bike will die or you'll loop your Larry. But like most of the time when you're in a corner, especially when you're in a rut or something where you need kind of something to buffer the power a little bit in certain spots, and then you can use it to get the engine RPMs up even when you're in a higher gear, so that it doesn't bog too much coming out of the corners. And you know, if you do it too much, you easily fry a clutch. But I don't know, I just feel like there's no motocross game that has really gotten it right yet. Could happen. Anyway, another MXGP3 video in the books. Finally back playing this. Gonna do more of it, I think. But I don't know. It's good fun playing games like this, you know. Some people don't like it if you're like a diehard sim guy. These games aren't necessarily all that appealing or fun to some of those people, and that's fine. But to me, it's nice to like take a break. Like, if we're good at a simulator, that's great. But you know, why not play an arcadey game every once in a while? And if you don't like tryharding in a simulator, then these games exist for you. Like, I think that's really cool. So anyway, thanks for watching another video here on Start Your Systems. If you guys liked it, you know, you can like it, but you don't have to. And you can subscribe to the channel, but you don't have to. But what I really hope you do is go have a nice rest of your day, because that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to enjoy myself. So, for Kellen here on Start Your Systems, I'll see you guys in the next video, but so long for now.